All right, let's talk about something that can feel like a secret handshake in the marketing world, especially when you're a level 6 apprentice. It's called K6, and honestly, mastering it is a total game changer. So let's get into it. You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a big meeting and words like strategic alignment and stakeholder value are just flying around. You're nodding, trying to look like you're totally in the loop, but inside you're just praying nobody asks you a direct question. It really can feel like you've missed a key piece of the puzzle. Well, you're definitely not alone. I want you to meet Jody. She's a super sharp marketing apprentice at a big retail company called IBS Stores. She's got the talent, she's got the ambition, but she's feeling that exact same way. And her story is basically the perfect roadmap for going from feeling totally confused to feeling completely confident. So Jody's whole journey kicks off with a challenge, one that feels like a massive mountain she has to climb, understanding this thing called K6. Her manager, Riedel, lays it out pretty clearly. This isn't just about ticking some box for her apprenticeship. Nope. K6 is the literal foundation of every single marketing decision they make at IBS Stores. The stakes are really high, and Jody gets it. She has to nail this. So what is this mysterious K6 anyway? Okay, here's the official definition. It's about knowing your company's vision, mission, strategy, stakeholders, customers, and competitors. I mean, looking at it like that, you can see why Jody felt a little overwhelmed. It sounds like a whole textbook you've got to memorize, doesn't it? But then, this is where her mentor, Adam, comes in. He sees Jody starting to panic a little, and he just completely reframes the whole thing with this simple, brilliant idea. And honestly, it's a total game changer. And boom, there it is. K6 isn't just some boring list of facts you have to cram for a test. It's a tool. It's your company's own personal GPS that guides every single move you make. For Jody, hearing this, it just changes everything. The light bulb goes on. So let's break down this whole GPS idea, because it's awesome. The company's vision, that's your final destination. The strategy, well, that's the route map, the turn-by-turn directions. Your stakeholders, they're your passengers in the car with you. Customers, they're the people you're picking up along the way. And competitors, they're just the other cars on the road you need to be aware of. See? All of a sudden, that complicated definition makes total sense. Okay, so now Jody's got her GPS. She gets it. So she meets with her coach, Olivia, to figure out, okay, how do I actually learn to use this thing? Olivia's job is to basically create the route map for Jody's learning. And Olivia's plan is just perfect. It's so logical. You start with the basics, right? Understand the big picture, the vision, the mission. Then you start looking outward at your stakeholders and competitors. It's only after that that you can start aligning your own marketing work. And then finally, you show that you can actually think and act strategically on your own. It's a clear path from just knowing to actually doing. And here's where it gets super practical. This isn't just theory. Jody takes those 5 steps and turns them into actual real-world tasks. For the first couple of steps, she's going to build stakeholder maps and create detailed customer personas. For step 3, she'll do a full-on SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then, to pull it all together, she'll design an entire marketing campaign that lines up perfectly with the goals of IBUS Stores. But, as every apprentice knows, doing the work is only half the battle, right? You have to prove you did it. You've got to build a portfolio, a collection of evidence that's going to hold up when you get to your final assessment. Her manager, Riddle, comes back in with this critical point. All that awesome work Jody is doing, the maps, the analysis, it's not just a learning exercise. Every single piece is a potential piece of evidence for her portfolio. The key is to document everything and, most importantly, explain the strategic thinking behind the work. So what does that evidence actually look like? Well, think of it as your strategic thinking made visible. Assessors absolutely love to see tangible things like stakeholder maps, marketing plans, and those SWOT reports. But here's the secret ingredient: written reflections. That's where you connect all the dots and explain why you made the choices you did, always linking them back to the company's GPS. And finally, we get to the big one, the endpoint assessment, the EPA. This is the moment of truth. It's where Jody has to bring everything together and show she has truly mastered K6 in a professional discussion. So what's the secret to passing? Look, assessors aren't trying to trick you. They're just looking for a few key things. They want to see clear lines connecting your work to the company's big strategy. They want to see that you used real customer insights to make decisions. And they want to hear you confidently explain your choices, showing you can think for yourself.
Just look at the difference here. A typical apprentice answer might be, yeah, my campaign helped. Okay, but a manager-level answer, a Case 6 mastered answer, is so much more powerful. It's specific. It uses the language of the business. My campaign supported our strategic goal of market expansion. You see that? It connects the action directly back to the company's GPS. That right there, that's the gold standard.
And you know what? Of course Jody passed. She totally crushed it. She went from feeling like an outsider who didn't get the secret language to someone who was fluent in it. She didn't just learn how to follow the company's GPS, she learned how to use it to drive actual results. So here's the big takeaway for you. K6 isn't just another box you have to check to pass your apprenticeship. It's the key. It's the thing that unlocks your potential to be a real strategic marketer. You've got the framework now. You have the GPS. So the only question left is, where are you going to steer your company's marketing?